Welcome to the Cognac, Tequila, and the Girl Show. The pod with a dope squad, talking about life, all straight with no chaser. Thanks for clicking that play button. Take a shot and join your host, Cognac, Tequila, and the Girl, also known as Rob, Mike, and Dunia.
Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it.
We're back.
We're back.
I know it wasn't long for our listeners, but it was long for us.
Yeah, it was.
And I missed you guys and doing this.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
And this is a monumental episode. The girl called it episode X.
I like my Roman numerals.
Yeah.
So.
This is the big 1-0, big 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, episode 10.
And we're glad to be back.
And we're glad to be back to start for the 10th time around. And like Luke said,
oh God,
we'll do it again. Another night.
You had to listen to the last episode.
Rob keeps saying birthday.
I was trying to find
birthday night in the summer.
If you listen to the last podcast, you know we did 2 in a row because we had a birthday celebration last weekend for my sister. It was good. It's cute. She enjoyed it. Glad she had fun. Now we're back to
the business. Back to the business.
Back to your normal scheduled programming.
Yeah. Y'all missed it. We took that for y'all. took one for the team.
So how was everyone's week? As we always talk about.
My week was good. Had a short week. 4-day work week. Yesterday
I feel like the last episode we talked, you had a short week too.
Yeah, I took PTO that week.
Oh, okay.
This week we had company holiday.
Are they accepting resumes? I mean, gosh.
Man, it ain't as good as it make it sound sometimes.
Oh, being off and sleeping in sounds great.
We had a supplier sold his company, but he's coming out with something special, and we'll probably post pictures of the new thing he's working on, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty exciting.
And
it's pretty.
So, yeah.
And it's tequila.
It is tequila.
So, tequila is the most exciting,
yeah.
Right?
It is a tequila, but it's infused with some other stuff. We'll just leave it at that.
To be continued.
Continued on that.
But your week was good, though?
Yeah, the week was good. Uneventful. Work was work this week. Nothing much to talk about.
I had an interesting time at work this week.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. I was taken back to high school. And I haven't been in high school since the 90s.
I never went to that.
Yeah, it kind of goes with our life lessons. You'll know what the episode title is here in a minute, but I was just dealing with weird high school drama, and I just go to work. Like, I don't have friends at work besides Cognac over here, really. And just watching grown adults act like children is crazy to me. It's crazy. I just have so many godchildren and children in my life, and watching adults act like it just baffles my mind.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
Sounds like content.
Yeah, I always say we'll have a work episode later, but I feel like it'd be like a week's worth of episodes or something.
Well, all of a sudden we moved the cameras over there because people would be like, "Wow."
But shout out to people that act like adults.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm going to say about that.
It ain't easy. It ain't easy when you're surrounded by foolishness. Mm-hmm. It's easier to succumb to the foolishness than it is keep on the right side, or staying on the right side of the line, and not being brought into the
Drawn with it.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Yeah. I tell my son all the time, people bring you down faster than they pull you up. So be careful with what you putting your hands into.
Sure is.
And act your age. Thank you.
Act your age.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So our topic for 10 is things you did as a kid, dumb.
No, you have to go to the episode title.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I got big mic.
Well,
The episode title is
Yeah.
Back in the Day When I Was Young, I'm Not a Kid Anymore. That is our title.
yeah.
And we're just going to talk about stories when we were kids and things you learned, which is why I kind of brought up the high school thing. I mean, because I dealt with some kiddie shit all week.
And I suck at this episode because I was always that serious kid. I don't have no fun kid stories.
But you got a good voice for radio. So,
No, there was a funny kid story.
Yeah, I was just joking.
There was a funny. You told one.
Yeah, I don't have fun.
Where you beat up your brother over him smacking.
Now my brother had hands, right? I said we had a fisticuffs.
Oh,
I never said who won.
Oh, you didn't say who won.
Yeah, my brother.
Okay.
He's a quiet, soft-spoken guy, but the boy get busy. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, well.
Boy had a reputation. Don't cross the nerve.
Next time he's in the country, you need to bring him on so you can tell
Yeah, that boy got
what
busy.
actually happened.
Yeah. Hey, but I give him a run for his money. My older brother.
Yeah.
He ain't take all the W's, right? he ain't take all the W's.
I'm sure he has the stats in his memory.
Yeah.
We could hear about how many W's you didn't take.
you might or might not remember. You might be like, I don't even remember smacking that day.
It was weekly.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyways,
Okay, Cognac is going to tell a story
me.
about his childhood.
Okay. Well, the girl brought up the horse one.
Yes.
So we talked to our parents about this, whatever, and my mom said the horse one. But then I was like, okay, then what about pissing in the plants? We already mentioned
Elaborate.
that.
No,
Okay.
you did not.
I thought
we
I
never
did.
mentioned that.
Oh.
Please elaborate.
So my mom said that she used to tell me to water the plants. And I'd say, yeah, I'm watering them. What do you mean? Whatever. And so basically she was like, I never see you with a pitcher of water, like water pitcher plants. And then she noticed the plants started to smell and they were dying. And so she caught me one time and we had one high plant and I was like aiming for it and peeing in the plants basically to water them. And I was like, waste not, want not.
Boys. Boys.
Hey, they teach you that in school, man.
To aim at plants?
But I was
What school did y'all go to?
So I figured, this is water coming out of me. I'm drinking water. It's water coming out of me.
Oh, you're an environmentalist.
Yes,
as a
at
child.
a young age.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
People
if you come up in this Texas, right?
Oh Lord.
At least I drip my faucets.
No, I'm just saying. If you pay attention, if you paid attention in certain classes, you may know that you shouldn't have done that, right?
I was little.
But in school, you learn. I don't know that they use fertilizer for plants and stuff like that, and they tell you that it's cow shit, pig shit, horse shit, whatever kind of fertilizer is waste, right? So Rob was just not pee,
So he should have been shitting.
He should have paid attention. Yeah, or taken a dump.
She might have not caught me.
I know. Maybe we need to revisit. What kind of smell did you smell?
Right. Maybe I did.
Oh my gosh.
I might have took a dookie in a plant.
That is super
Yeah.
embarrassing and wow.
Yeah, no, you don't want to fertilize your plants with human waste.
It depends what you eat.
Yeah, if you're a vegetarian,
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
Give that asparagus back. Okay, so I also asked, and I'm going to give my most embarrassing story that my mother said. She said that I was pretty young. I think she said around 4 or 5. And I was at the mall with my mom and my great-grandmother. Rest in peace, dear. And she took me to the bathroom, my great-grandmother. And she comes out from the bathroom and tells my mom, children don't need to know everything. They don't need to see everything. And my mom was confused. And she's like, well, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? And she said that I was 4 and I grabbed toilet paper and was rolling it up to make it look like a maxi pad and put it in my underwear. So I was like an adult.
Damn.
Yeah, I did not remember that story at all. I believe her because I was always trying to be grown. But, yeah, so that was my embarrassing. Yeah.
That is.
And little did I know, little girl, you don't want to rush that at all. So.
Grandma, that was your grandmother?
My great grandmother.
The kids don't need to see everything.
Yeah, that's how she took that. like as if my mom was giving me instructional videos.
Yeah.
At that age, all the kids are like trying to be in the bathroom with you at every.
Well, I don't want to go into the first time I found out what that was.
Oh no, we don't. I don't think I want to hear it either. Yeah.
I was traumatized.
So I asked about stories, childhood memories. Nobody had any that were funny, I guess. I mean, my mom didn't have any for me, my brother, nor my sister. My Aunt Vi, I call my Aunt Vi. She's the youngest aunt. She had a story. I guess my sense of humor and her sense of humor don't line.
You didn't like the story?
Well, no, if it was funny, it's funny.
With a cigar.
Yeah. She said that I guess when I lived in Arizona, when Christmas and holidays would come, we would all pack up at one person's house because it was just the 3 sisters there. So we all go to, I guess we were at my Aunt Jean's house, and my Uncle Sammy called me and Kevin, that's my Aunt Vi's son. While everybody was asleep, we were at the Christmas tree eating all the candy canes off the tree. Ha 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 ha. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that takes work.
Yeah.
A candy cane, I mean, you gotta get it soft enough to try to eat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless they weren't wrapped.
That's them old school candy canes too, so.
Oh, yeah,
I'm telling you. Yeah. Candy was different back then.
Y'all are lucky you guys have teeth at this point.
So she said there's a picture out there somewhere floating around of me and Kevin at the Christmas tree. Because before my Uncle Sammy went off, because he was a spanker, I guess he took a picture of us for proof.
I love that he was a spanker.
He was a spanker.
My dad was a spanker too.
I remember one time spending the night with at my Uncle Sammy's, my Aunt Jean's, and I guess they went out. All the kids was there, and they went out, and he came back, and we were still up, and we were supposed to be asleep, and he told us, y'all go to sleep. I don't want to come back and hear y'all up, and I was looking out the window, and he caught me, you know what I'm saying? And while he was spanking me, I told you, I said, I'm gonna tell my mom. And he started spanking me harder. Tell her what's she gonna do? Yeah.
He taught you a life lesson about sleeping at a decent hour and snitching.
Yeah. What's she gonna do? Yeah. And start spanking me harder. I pissed him off when I said that.
Yeah, right.
You gonna tell? Okay.
Next he was gonna spank her in front of you like he did when they were kids.
Yeah.
What about you? You have another one?
No,
I know you have lots.
Here was one I thought I was literally gonna die.
Oh boy.
My mom got a new Pontiac Sunfire, red. It was brand
the Pontiac.
Yeah, brand new Pontiac Sunfire. They used to get them. They used to get them when they first came out, so they were cheap. But anyway, so I was waiting for her at work, and she left me in the car, and I had it running and everything or whatever. I was listening to the radio, And I was like curious because it was new. So I'm a young boy. And I was like, so I went to take the latch off the back seat to open the trunk up. You know, because you used to have where you open the back seat, fold down, and you get into the trunk. Well, my dumbass got into the trunk, and just to see it, the seat closed back on me. So
Automatically?
yeah, well,
No,
like,
he pulled it
I
close.
pulled it just to see.
You know, Rob.
Just to see if it
I was gonna say.
To see if it was working.
Anybody who
Yeah.
knows Cognac knows. Yeah, he was
So
doing the
Let me
most.
see if this works.
Yeah.
So it latched.
It opened up. Let me see if it closed.
You're right.
It latched back, and this was the middle of summertime. I don't know, and in the middle of a parking garage. Now, I don't know if you know Houston, Texas, how hot it gets, but
And humid.
So I started taking my clothes off. I was breathing through a little hole that I could see in the trunk. I was like doing everything to survive. I literally banging on the trunk like somebody help me, and then I figured I had to conserve my energy. Okay, and I was like checking the sun to see it going down to this little crack. Okay, she's only gonna be in there 1 hour.
All of his stories prepared. He was an environmentalist. Now he was a stuntman. I mean, you were creating careers for yourself.
Well, yeah, it was kind of embarrassing because when my mom had to because the keys were locked, the car was locked, so security had to get the car open and everything. When I got out the car, I was in my drawers and my skinny bitties, soaking wet. I was soaking wet.
Well, that's still a miracle that they got you.
Yeah, really,
They
because
got
I literally thought it was the end of times for me. I was like praying to God. I was like, I'm gonna go at a young age.
Evil Knievel. All of his stories are
Yeah.
death-defying, really, aside from the plant peeing. I think.
Yeah.
Well, he killed the
I feel like-
plants. Killed the plants.
Yeah,
They were trying to get back at me.
the happening.
Yeah.
You'd have to see that movie to know that reference. Okay, the only other one I'm going to tell is my mom. She's so proud of this story. She tells me all the time, and I kind of vaguely remember, but she told me that my grandfather was there, and I don't remember that. But I used to be a spelling bee champ, so that's why I'm very, weird about grammar. If you're being serious, be serious. If you're just joking, I can talk regular. But anyways, so I went to this really upscale school in California, and she even remembered the name. It was Lorenz Hall Academy, and I was in the first grade, and I had studied, practice, everything, and it basically, long story short, it got down to me and this other kid, but the other kid was the shoe-in. And we got through all that. They have different tiers. They start you with regular words and then first grade words. Well, me and this other kid went back and forth.
Yeah.
And my mom, I used to sound out my words to help me spell them.
The turtle.
Yeah, sound out words.
Yeah.
And so this other kid that they clearly thought should have won and would have won, they gave him something like pickles.
Yeah.
But he messed it up, and this is at the end. He messed it up, he put the L at the end, did EL. And they gave me the word boast. Mind you, all of the words that we spelled up until then, I would spell it, I would sound it out, I'd spell it, and my mom would be in the audience, and she'd give me a thumbs up.
Yeah.
You got it, or whatever. And so the word they gave me was boast, which is a second grade word or whatever. And she's like, I was so fucking pissed because I was like, that's not something you can really sound out and know.
Yeah.
They gave him pickle and they gave you boast. And I was fucking hot. She's still mad to this day, 30 plus years later or whatever. And she said, you literally just stood there, said it in your head, and you said BOAST, which is how you spell it, guys. And I actually gave my mom the thumbs up. That was the first time of all the words I gave her the thumbs up. And she started crying. I remember her crying, and I don't remember my grandfather being there, and I won.
Yeah.
And that's like her favorite story ever. I've heard it my whole life. So, boast.
That's
B-O-A-S-T.
touching.
Yeah.
That's touching.
Yeah.
That's a touching story. Yeah.
But
as a
that was an embarrassing story, though. Jeez.
You're telling embarrassing. I just told funny stories.
Yeah.
Well, that's a cool story. That's an inspirational story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Made for a movie, they can make it very dramatic with all kinds of graphics.
I know.
Throw some Ninja
I'm gonna call
Turtles in there.
HBO Max when we get off the phone.
Yeah.
Or off this.
That's a good story. So I, as a kid, I done some things. I got a story. I remember one time, for some reason, it was me, my 3 cousins, and this guy that lived in the neighborhood that you tolerated, right? So
Forrest Gump?
no,
I had one of those.
you just tolerate this guy. He was cool when he was cool. This kid, we'll play together all day. And then at the end of the day, when it's time to go home, you literally got to fight this dude because he was mad because he had to go home or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I had one of those.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, you literally have to fight this dude because you got to go home. You know what I'm saying? You got some structure in your life, and look, dude, they calling me. You know what I'm saying? I got to go, and he's mad. So you got to squad. He don't want to go home.
That would have been the first and last time I hung out with him.
Okay. Same story.
But
MP.
so we was on. My uncle was doing a lot of remodeling to his home, and for some reason, we got on the roof of the house, climbed on the roof of the house with a ladder, and you can see kind of far off. So one person seen my uncle bend the curb coming home.
The spanking uncle?
Another one that spanks.
Okay.
My Uncle Sam, God bless his soul, just lost him in November. But so we see my Uncle Sam bend the curb on his way home. So people start rushing. But I was not focused for some reason. And
oh, Lord.
I looked up, and everybody's off the roof.
Except for you.
Except for me looking at me. And this kid that you had to tolerate, he took the ladder down.
What an asshole.
And my hook ass
Kids can be
cousins,
assholes, I'm gonna say it.
they didn't put the ladder back. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to see me jump too. They laughing. So they throw a bunch of sheets and stuff on the porch, try to make, you better jump. So I'm thinking, man, Uncle Sam gonna get here and he gonna.
That's a testimony to how fearful kids are. You'd rather break your whole back instead of a spanking.
I ain't trying to get into it with him for being on top of his roof. So I jumped, right? But for some reason, I belly flopped. I did a swan dive off the roof.
I had no clue in the story, so I'm just dying.
Yeah, I did a swan dive off the roof and hit the sheets like, shook up, knocked all the wind out of me. Nose was bleeding. And
so what did you do?
Try to get up and shake it off because by the time I jumped, my Uncle Sam was pulling up.
You probably broke a rib.
But he wondering why we in the backyard. You know what I'm saying? So he comes to the backyard and he look at me, what you doing on my roof, Mike?
They just know. There was no cameras. And he probably had a telescope.
I jumped, then there, put myself in the ER, and he still knew I was on the roof. And then I had to fight this dude for moving the ladder.
That sounds like a rough night. Hangover Kid Edition. Oh boy. Woof.
That's why I don't hang with my cousins to this day.
Forgive, but never forget. Yeah. That's what I always tell people.
I'm like, why y'all ain't put the ladder back?
Because they wanted to see it. Boys. I love how all my stories are wholesome and y'all are like doing shit you shouldn't have been doing.
Well, I got a good one then. I know. So, my grandfather, was a big gambler, and he used to play poker and baccarat, and a few times he would fly us out to Vegas, and anyways, going to that, he used to be a gambler at Caesars, and Caesars back in the day was gorgeous. I mean, their pools were deep. They had high diving boards. It's not like it was today. But anyways, they used to
back in the day when I was young and not a kid. Yeah.
But some days,
Well, so that being said, maybe I changed the Caesar's motto for not having
Probably.
deep pool. That's where I learned how to swim, was getting my little kid jumping off a 10-foot diving board. But anyways, so my brother thought it was a good idea. Hey, this marble's slick in the jacuzzi. Why don't we slide in off the marble into it? You try it out. I said, okay. Cool.
you try it out.
You know, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So like we were sliding off the marble slab into the jacuzzi, woo, 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 woo. And you know, the adults are like, want to be kids or whatever. My brother's 5 years older than me, by the way. And at this time he was basically a teenager. I'm still like a kid. So anyway, so I catch a dry spot onto that marble and I hit my head and falling, and I remember hitting the water, and then I remember my brother laughing, and then I remember blacking out. Then I remember waking up in a limo, a Caesar's limo. They drive me to the emergency room, and I got 20 stitches in the back of my head. And yeah.
First of all, that's a first of all fancy as fuck kid story.
For real.
And you should have owned Caesars after
Well,
that.
that's why they drove.
No, I know why.
And the funny part is, my parents were like, I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, I've never been in a limo before. This is amazing.
They're worried about your life, and you're like, this is cool.
This is amazing. Yeah, I remember they had me laid on the floor, Caesar security holding me, and my parents were in there, obviously, in the limo too. And it was crazy. They were like rushing me to the hospital in the limo.
So limos get they got emergency lights on where people get out the way or something.
I don't know. I just remember
what ambulance?
Maybe in the 80s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Who knows?
Caesar probably got an ambulance parked in the back now.
maybe.
They probably have hospitals,
Yeah.
honestly, at the casinos.
Yeah, that
like,
Cognac
as
kid.
much money.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably have, like, on-duty medical staff, given what goes on in Vegas
We can't
at this point.
we can't keep using limos to transfer
Right. So.
kids and drug patrons.
Yeah. And then they just made the pools more shallow.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah, all the pools in Vegas are
now are
sorry.
shallow, but no, it's funny because, like I said, you'll hear this episode later on, probably in the future. But my mom and grandfather had a weird thing going on, but he loved the shit out of me, and he loved the shit out of my brother, and he loved my mom. But it was, anyways, you'll hear about that probably in the future. As far as I asked her about doing the story about his, background. And so she'll probably be coming on in the near future to express it more or less with us here.
We're gonna have a guest one day.
So that's why I said, like, there was one point where, he did a lot of things in his life, and
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
And he gave you experience.
and he
Yeah.
gave me experiences, yeah. But
Yeah.
That's why I said occasionally we went.
He
but
gave
he was
you
in
that
Vegas all the time.
He gave you that experience indirectly because you fucked up.
Yeah, no, he gave us experiences indirectly because, like I said, he was there all the time. That's why I said he liked to gamble a lot. I mean, as far as I remember.
Okay, you guys know how I am, and I do my homework, and I
I
was
didn't know we had other
thinking
homework.
about things like just
I had one more
childhood
funny
to
story.
adult. Oh, tell me,
Okay.
tell us. Sorry.
Right.
So it's this dude. I don't even know. Y'all know me. I'm nonviolent, easygoing. I always been this guy. Always been this. Had these mannerisms.
So
And
you say.
yeah. And for some reason, this guy wanted to fight me. I didn't want to fight him. Well,
But you do know this is the third story you told where somebody wanted to fight you and there was no reason why.
Well, the other guy, he didn't want to fight me. He just wanted to fight whoever he was with, and they had to go home. So whether it was me,
Right.
somebody.
But the guy
Yeah.
tried to trample you with a horse.
Oh yeah, because he.
And then the Arizona, the wrong neighborhood, but just wanted to fight. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
I mean, but they wanted to fight me because I was black.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Yeah, they didn't want to fight me because of character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. And the guy with the horse, he was jealous of a kid younger than him. You know what I'm saying? And didn't want me talking to his sister.
Oh, okay.
And that's what that was. But
okay, so tell this one.
this guy here, he let somebody else that was jealous of me and didn't like me pump him up because he was to want to fight me. So he didn't want to fight me. I didn't want to fight him, right? And so we get to the fighting spot where we're supposed to fight.
The fight spot.
You know, you had the spot.
Yeah,
like Mortal Kombat.
Or the adults can't come
meet
too
me
fast.
here.
Yeah.
Meet me here at 4, and you better not be late, right? That spot.
I love Tequila keeps looking at Cognac like,
Yeah.
right? Because they know.
They know.
They-
They know.
boy,
The back of the castle.
the boys know. Yeah.
So we meet up at the spot on the curve. And he got his people, and my people were there, and everybody who were, you know, trying to get everybody. You know how,
Everybody that can't fight is the loudest.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
so we square off. We say some words, and then you know some of the older kids like they don't want to fight. You know, trying to motivate us, y'all, but we didn't want to fight each other. You know what I'm saying? So he swung, and I stepped to the side, and I swung. So it's like we swung simultaneously. But like when we both swung, nobody connected, and we just burst out running opposite. Because I talked to him the next day, and he was just like, man, the people around us, you know what I'm saying, it was more terrifying, you know, out of horror than, because we didn't want to.
I swear that was not how I heard. I saw that ending.
I'm telling you, that's one of the best fights I ever had. We both swung, nobody contacted.
The Lord intervened.
It was like, man, fuck this shit.
The Lord intervened.
What we doing this for?
So what happened the next day? Nobody said nothing about
Nobody
it?
said that. We was the laughing stock for about a week. We kept it pushing. Because we didn't want to fight it. It made no sense. It made no, I don't even know why I was there. Just peer pressure.
Yeah.
I had to defend myself.
Yeah, peer pressure is something.
Yeah.
Kids.
Yeah, people, you know,
Yeah, listen.
I'm a pretty big guy, and people don't know, you know, we laugh at bullying now, you know what I'm saying, but I've been a victim of bullies. I think everybody probably at this table been a victim of bullies, but people see me and my stature now, you never been bullied, shit.
Yeah.
I was bullied.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was forced to stand up to those bullies.
You weren't bullied?
I never took it.
Because they be like,
Well, I didn't take it.
yeah.
No, I meant like I was never pushed to a certain point. People used to always rely on me to help them out being bullied.
Yeah.
Like as far as like, because I was just like, as a matter of fact, they used to sell, like, we used to have to buy our own pencils and stuff in school and stuff like that.
Still do.
Oh, okay, whatever. So this one kid cut me off in line, and he was a big dude, and I was pretty big in elementary. And like, I said, "You're not going to cut me off." And he was like, "What are you going to do about it?" And I saw a chair, and I pushed him over the chair. You know the old little blue plastic with the metal thing? And I pushed him over the chair. I got called out for it.
Yeah.
So,
because you touched him first.
but I was known for not taking shit.
And he was
I
probably
guess.
more popular.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's-
Whatever it was, I never
Yeah.
seen this kid in my life, and so I pushed him over the chair. I said, "You're not gonna call me off in line, no,
No.
whatever."
But that was
And
being
the
bullied.
principal, you know what the principal? You know what the principal told me?
What?
You're a 5th grader. He's a 3rd grader. I said, I don't give a fuck. The dude's bigger than me.
Yeah.
What does that matter?
Yeah, but that's still him.
Bullying.
In this essence, like you said, that's still him trying to bully.
See, a bully ain't an ongoing thing. Obviously.
Well, no.
It's
But
just one
kids
incident.
nowadays, that may have worked, and that's what we said. Like
Yeah.
bullying, we laugh about because we all have been bullied
In some
in
form
some
or
way,
fashion.
shape, or form. But nowadays, it's like, had you done that, that kid may have came back and shot your ass.
Yeah.
That's what kids are dealing with nowadays. That we weren't at our ages,
I remember
So-
one
and that's sad.
bullying where I didn't even recognize I was being bullied until the guys from where I live was like, you being bullied. Then I thought about it, and but if you don't do nothing about it, you gonna fight him or you gonna fight all of us. And I knew I ain't gonna fight.
That's a lesson.
Yeah.
My mother.
I know I ain't gonna fight all of them.
My mother taught us, even as girls. She said, "I don't care who it is. If they put their hands on you first, you whoop their ass or try.
Yeah.
If I get a call that you're in a fight and you didn't do anything, I'm gonna whoop your ass."
Yeah.
Which my mom was not the enforcer, like I said.
Yeah.
My dad was the spanker. But she taught us that from jump. Don't put your hands on anybody. But if they put their hands on you, go off.
Yeah. And you know,
and it stuck with me my whole life.
That was the fact of the story. This kid came like running in the line, like, what
Well,
you
yeah,
gonna do about it?
but he didn't put his hands on you. You put your hands on him.
He brushed me.
Different life lesson. Different life lesson.
but you know, that's a good life lesson because
But I'm saying, you don't cut me off in line and then tell me what you gonna do about it.
I agree. I probably would have done the same thing. I'm just saying, kids nowadays.
And I was 8.
After that happens, now they have to go to social media and listen to this. That his friends would have did this. It's a different vibe now, and I feel sad for kids.
You ain't gonna cut me off in line because the last husky.
That's what I. That's
You
what
could
I.
have gotten you could have gone to jail for that. Like
Now, yeah.
nowadays, so you can't even teach your kids lessons like that. Like I can't. If I had a kid, I don't have a kid, but I can't necessarily tell my kid the same thing my mom taught me, my sisters, and my sisters are younger than me. But literally, this whole new generation is a different thing. Ricky, my sister, the youngest of us, she probably did the same thing. But I don't know that you can tell our niece, Harper, if someone puts their hands on you first, go off.
No, I tell Carlos.
Then you don't know.
Yeah, I told Carlos. I mean, I've told Carlos, and he know. Never be the aggressor. Don't be no. Number one, we can't stand bullies.
No,
at all. You know what I'm saying? So number one, you don't tolerate it coming to you, and if you see it happening to somebody else, you stop that shit. If you know what I'm saying, if you can, without getting yourself in trouble, right? But if somebody put their hands on you, defend yourself. I've told him. I've told the principal because. I let the teachers know.
My mom was quick to tell teachers, that's what I taught them.
Yeah, if he hit somebody because
what do you want them to do? Just take the hits?
Yeah.
Like,
if he hit somebody, it's because they hit him first.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, as a father, single father, he's been to karate classes. You know what I'm saying? He know how to defend himself. You know what I'm saying? But he also
Carlos got them hands, kids, and he has some family members that will put their hands on kids. So
but he's not gonna.
I didn't say which ones.
He won't.
But he got some.
He won't be the aggressor unless you're playing basketball with.
Well,
but here's I almost called the police.
Here's what I learned, and I don't know. Take it does he want? Here's what I learned: you don't want to be the one to get hit first, or sucker punch, or stuff like that. Usually you can tell when somebody's about to swing on you. So that's usually was when I was a kid to take action before I knew somebody was going to swing on me. Now, in elementary school, I got in a lot of scrubbles or whatever you want to call them in the castle. And I used to just go ape shit on these kids. Like, I didn't care.
You look how you said the castle? See that re-reference?
Yeah.
Y'all had a fighting spot.
It always was. It was kind of like a mini Alamo.
Alamo.
And for real, and I used to always take care of the kids that used to bully the other kids. To be honest with you, man, I'm gonna have Rob meet you behind the castle.
Oh shit! I deal with that as an adult.
Yeah, because I was gonna say my brother being 5 years older than me and he has his own thing. Let's just say that, but. A kid that age ain't gonna hit me as hard as a 15-year-old, and I'm only this age, so I'm used to a certain person beating on me.
So you were like the white Kimbo Slice.
Kind of. Not saying I was.
Rest in peace.
I'm not saying I was abused, but I got into scuffles with
older people.
Yeah, me too. Like my brother had hands. My brother was, I mean,
I was the oldest.
So
I was the
when
baby.
somebody my age hit me, it was
Yeah,
Yeah,
y'all are
yeah,
both the babies of the group, but I was the oldest. But I never beat up my sisters. I did mental games.
Out of my brother and my cousins, I
I'm
was
not
always
gonna
the
tell my
youngest.
stories. I'm gonna wait. We're gonna have my sister on one time, and she can tell some of the funny shit I used to do to her.
But before we get off the bully stuff, the one incident that I was talking about when the guys from the neighborhood, because I didn't identify it, I didn't see it then, but I feel bad for the kid now. You know what I'm saying? Because when me and the kid did face off, you know what I'm saying, we never fought. You know what I'm saying? And he just started saying stuff that, my dad told me never back down from a man, especially a black man. But he was the aggressor, and I'm like, dude, what are you talking about?
Was he what ethnicity?
He was a white dude.
Oh.
He was a white dude. You know what I'm saying? Because it was two white guys. I was friends with one. We grew up together, and this guy was new to the school, and I think he was jealous because of me and the other guys' friendship. You know what I'm saying? So he would do little stupid stuff, but I never identified it as being bullied. But the people on the outside looking in, you know what I'm saying?
That's kind of what I said about MP.
Yeah. So they like, you better stop that. Are you gonna? So when I called him out, you know what I'm saying? All it was stuff that his dad told him.
And he said,
I'm like, dude, what the?
He said that to me. By the way, it's a good story you're saying, because literally when who I'm talking about left, and I came back to Houston and met up with him, and like, dog, man, I was always jealous of y'all's friendship.
Yeah.
When we were older.
Yeah.
I was always jealous of y'all's friendship. That's why I can't fucking with you. Ooh, and that's in the past.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. And,
it
we used
is.
to get in scuffles. Like, he'd get mad if, I did a little bit of this and did a layup.
Yeah.
And he, just start for nothing. And then, you realize when you got older, that's why.
Yeah.
Because he was mad that we were hanging out.
Yeah, that's what it was.
More of the time. Yeah.
Most kids' stuff is jealousy.
Jealousy, yeah.
Oh, well. It's not just kid stuff.
And I didn't
adult,
figure that out until I reconnected with this guy.
Yeah, I mean,
that's an adult life lesson.
That day on the curb.
So my MP, when he was like, man, y'all used to hang out all the time.
But adults...
I
never was that type of person.
But
you're my bestest of friend.
When I called him out on it, it stopped. Whatever he was doing stopped, because I didn't even. It was so minute to me, and I didn't even identify it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just people on the outside. It's like, come on, Mike. You know what I'm saying? You gotta.
That's something I also learned probably as an adult. Maybe it'll help kids or raising your kids is. How you said you're not the bestest of the best friends.
Yeah.
Like, as a kid, yeah, you had your best friend, but I moved around a lot due to the military and stuff like that. So I had best friends in different
genres,
area codes. Yeah. I had hoes in different area codes, whatever.
And bros?
Yeah.
I mean,
and
technically.
There's still some people, I think I've mentioned it before, that I still consider friends that I haven't seen since I was a kid. But they were my bestest friend at that time. And luckily I picked some good ones, and they're still my friends. But this hierarchy, even as adults, and even with kids, is so stupid. Like, I have several best friends, and I have some friends that I consider my sisters or whatever. Like, the competing to who's the best friend thing is so absolutely ridiculous. And some of the people that call you your bestest friends are really not.
Right.
And the fact of the matter is, I got, Tequila over here. I see him all the time. We text all the time, so on and so forth. I have a different relationship with him, considering him my brother, as of another person that I deal with in another state that I consider my brother in a different manner.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm going to be there for them damn near the same on whatever, they need or needs or whatever it may be, if possible. Yeah. I should say it like that. But, yeah, I mean, so, and I was never like that as a kid. So as a kid, I was never like that.
I wasn't like that.
I was always just a happy go.
I knew who my best friend was. I think as adults, you learn as you get older, like your squad, whoever your crew is that you keep around constantly, those are your best friends.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a, you're my number one. You're my number two because you know what I mean.
But you can never judge that because even if you're married to somebody.
But people do. People do. Like I'm sitting here with two of my best friends.
Of course.
But I have other best friends that aren't sitting here.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. It depends on the track you're going into who is there. And people change. And that's good for them. If they change, and like I said, I'm the more easygoing, cool, you do your thing. Look, you know, if you want my opinion on your thing, ask me. If you don't
ask me.
Don't ask me.
Yeah.
Because if you don't want my opinion or you're going to get mad on my opinion, then it's a dead issue. So don't get mad when you ask and this is my opinion and you're like, but that's how you are. That's kind of how I always...
I don't know. I don't look at that. Like, I have best friends that have other friends, and I don't care.
Yeah. Well, we get into knockdown fights, too.
Treat me with the same respect that you always have, because I've been there, and vice versa.
Yeah, basically.
That's how I roll.
Yeah.
Well, basically. I mean, at the end of the day, as long as... I don't know, whatever you think I did bad to you, I try not to, that's all.
Me, call me when you need me, don't call me for the filler.
Uh-oh.
I ain't got time for the small talk. I'll be there when you need me and, small talk with whoever you small talk with.
I'm a texter, so I small talk all the time.
Yeah,
but it better be in text form. And if you're a friend of mine, a regular friend, if you're an acquaintance.
Yep.
Usually small talk goes in text.
Business-wise, I have to talk to people.
Yeah, well, that's not friendships.
Exactly. When, for instance, I have something, it's you. I call very minimally, but when it's like something important, you'll answer my call because you're like, damn, Rob's calling me.
That's same with me. Yeah.
It must be something.
Life lesson.
Yeah.
And that's why that meme goes, who would be the first person you call to answer the phone?
Yeah.
But I don't know how that meme works because it just depends.
Well, it depends if you don't call that much.
Yeah, if you call all the time with bullshit, I'm not going to answer all the time. But
Yeah.
if I don't normally talk to you and you're calling me, I might answer and be like, what's up?
Going on?
You all right?
Yeah.
There's an adult lesson.
Yeah.
But yeah, those calls, man. Those calls, you gonna answer, but you always like, what the fuck now? You starting to get ready. You starting to put on shoes and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Because you don't ever get them. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay. A lot of times it's like for instance, food ordering or something. Like you're doing it right then. I'll call Tequila or Rob will call Tequila and be like, hey, we're ordering this. What you want? Oh, I'll take this. Click. Like that's the end of the conversation.
But no, a lot of times.
Well, we hang out in person.
Yeah.
If I could go back to logs, I called him probably 3 times in a year, maybe.
Yeah. But it's all good.
Okay, so can I go back to my funny homework now?
There you go.
Oh, okay. So I got some hilarious tweets about adulting, and I just thought they were funny. I thought I'd share. Okay? You guys ready?
Go for it.
Look, can you guys hear my papers? I got my homework. Okay. Adulthood is relating to Oscar the Grouch more than Elmo.
Correct.
You to tickle me.
Oh, Lord.
I must have been adulting for a long time. I remember y'all brought me a cap from Disney and it was Grumpy. Well, Grumpy and Grunty, 2 different things. So.
It was Grumpy. It was the
dwarf.
Dwarf. Elf.
I'm not grumpy though.
Okay. I mean, potato.
I just ain't with the small talk.
Oh, okay. And it's not even with us. It's just how we observe him with other people. Like, we already went through the phases. It took a few years, you know.
It's like somebody else.
But watching him around other people is kind of hilarious and kind of like, damn, dude, chill out. So that's our running joke. All right. This one hit me home. The guys haven't really heard these. Adulthood is basically just trying to fall asleep at night and stay awake during the day. And that hits me in my spirit. Why, the older you get, your mind goes backwards. You know, as a kid, you're like, you know, and then you go to sleep. You fight going to sleep, but you'll go to sleep. Yeah. You out. And then now as adults, it's like you wake up and you're just...
Yeah.
I know you understand Cognac.
No, I'm early riser.
The hibernator.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah, you know,
I'm early riser, so...
Uh-huh.
And I don't really nap unless I'm not 100%.
We were watching, some commercial came on or something we were watching, somebody goes, I'm just really at about 90%. I go, isn't that Mike? And he goes, what do you mean? And I go, he's never sick. It's just a percentage of what he...
Yeah, just a percentage. But I napped yesterday. But I needed it too because of the stuff in there. Nah, man, I'm with that. Okay. I'd rather not go to sleep, but stay inside. When I used to like to go outside when I was young. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm not an outdoor person unless it's on a beach, and I mean beach by crystal clear beach, not here. Or pool. Yeah. Minus the mosquitoes. Okay, here's one. The real challenge of adulthood is having to buy things that were magically just in your house growing up, like Q-tips, Windex, laundry detergent, salt. Like, what the fuck? I have to purchase this shit?
Yeah.
Just the truth.
Yeah.
Electricity.
Right.
I mean, everything.
Right. So the lights won't turn on if I don't pay for it.
When did they start that?
Right. Mom, Dad.
Right. First world problems.
Yeah.
And
You didn't teach me about that. So now you need to pay for it.
My dad coming in, turning all the lights off. What do you need these for?
Yeah. And you were.
And now I know.
Yeah, literally.
I do it all the time.
Literally. He gets hot if there's a light left on.
Me too. I got enough night lights to keep it lit. I got some nice night lights and they keep it lit.
The problem is,
you don't need these lights.
I would keep this place lit up with candles, but they're not cheap either.
Yeah, candles aren't cheap either.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, here's kind of one that just addressed. Adulthood is basically whispering "what the fuck" under your breath every time you get a phone.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I said we literally just.
That's what I say. You start grabbing your shoes, and when certain people like, what now? Like when I get a call from my mom or my aunts, I'm like, man.
Yeah, what I gotta do? Yeah.
I rather them text, but now they text in the middle of the day with shit they could just tell me when I get off of work. I've been in a meeting, I get a text and see mom, I'm like, oh, I don't even want to read this while I'm in this meeting. And then it'd be some unnecessary ass. Could have waited till, not today, tomorrow to tell me that.
This one's kind of morbid, but true. It says, adulthood is waking up feeling less well rested every day until you finally just don't wake up at all one day, isn't it?
Damn.
Read them again.
Adulthood is waking up feeling less well rested every day until you just finally don't wake up at all. You're just tired until
it's over with.
I mean, shit.
It's not wrong, but damn.
I mean,
but when you wake up on those less rested days, you gotta pay bills. Right?
yeah.
This one is probably me, and probably not either of you, but it says, adulthood is just constantly cleaning the kitchen, and yeah, accurate.
You know?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, you like to. I'll clean the kitchen, but it's not to your standards.
And that's what he learned as a kid.
Yeah.
You know, kids learn that. If you do it wrong enough times, somebody else will do it for you.
Yeah.
And that stuck with him. Let me see here.
I mean, pissing on the dishes, I mean, I don't see what's wrong with that.
Dang.
What? Shit. I haven't seen that one. I swear. I was like, wait a minute, what?
It goes back to the
Plant story. Oh, hell. We would have never gotten married. I don't know.
Nobody's going to come eat here anymore either.
I started looking at the cup.
Me too. Shit.
You thought that was water, Mike?
I'm like, no, I know what it is. I poured it, but
There was an ice drought.
Yeah. Next time, just get the plastic cup.
Right.
It was the tequila from last night.
I feel this one too. Adulthood is being excited to swap tips on sleeping positions to alleviate back pain. It's no longer sex positions. It's, well, my back is...
Lay on your back, with one hand right there and the other one over there like that.
I swear I give bed positions. Not, it's literally, well, I think your mattress is not firm enough. That's why it hurts. That's what I do. Mm-hmm. I was giving, sorry to the guys here, but I was giving like pad instructions, like on dealing with like female issues the other day. And that's just normal. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
Carlos, because sometimes I get out the bed and I just lay on the floor and Carlos like, man, what you doing? I'm like, you don't want to know right now, but you understand.
It is your mattress. You need a new mattress.
My mattress pretty firm.
No, you need
It's
it
not
more
firm.
firm.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you.
That
Have you
floor,
ever slept on a Tempur-Pedic?
floor feel good. I don't care what the mattress. I like
No, I
laying
don't
on the
mind
floor.
laying on the floor.
Yeah,
I'm still just saying.
Yeah,
I'm just giving my adulthood and my...
Because I got the little roller things, you know, that
Yeah.
with the knots in it.
I've gotten to the point
They hurt me.
where
I try it, it hurts. I'm like...
sometimes I got to the point where I feel better like sleeping like at an angle upwards. Like I get better.
Yeah, he wants
Right.
those old folks' homes
So
beds.
I just sleep diagonal, like that.
At an angle?
Yeah, like that.
Diagonal in the whole bed?
Yeah. Hey, that's a luxury I have.
Okay, well...
I ain't gotta share with no.
That's cool.
Go to the other room if you got it.
I already laid the pipe.
Yeah, my way.
Now go to the other room.
Or I get up and get in the chair. The chair comfortable as a mother. Right?
That's what I'm talking about. Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll drive over here, sit in that chair over there.
There you go.
No, you don't leave them in the house.
Y'all chairs, that chair over there is comfortable.
Like the most comfortable. Yeah.
Rob, you have a whole spare bedroom, and I'm like, I'm good right
I
here, bro.
know, the both of you. Like, we have like 4 guest rooms, and they will sleep on the chairs.
Have you seen our new TV?
Okay, that just got here.
Well, whatever. Either way.
That doesn't count.
But this is our media room, technically.
We have TVs in every guest room.
I get that, but I can't. She is the only one in her family that refuses to go to sleep with the TV on, by the way.
That's the third time you said that.
Yeah. Oh.
On every podcast.
No, I feel like it really bothers me.
Yeah, they
I
say
like
that.
quiet.
Yes, because that's why I'm sitting here
Well, it's
sleeping in
quiet.
the media room because I get,
Oh, you don't sleep in here.
you don't want me.
In the daytime? Oh, you can sleep in here at night if that's what you want to do.
No, not at night. That's when
In
Rob
the
comes.
daytime, I just say, if I want a nap, I'm going over here. And guess what you do? Get up.
I did. We just had a little snoozy today.
Okay. The hardest thing about adulthood is still having to show up when you have absolutely no desire to. That's work.
That is
I mean,
that is.
That's work.
I like going to work.
Well,
sometimes.
Yeah,
But
I mean, yeah.
that's bullshit right there.
Maybe not just work, but like a meeting or you got to show up at the DMV, like things, whatever, those kind of things.
I know. That's the.
Yeah, because I'm not going to show up to something I don't really want to be. Well, that's not true.
I'll be like, do we have to? It's 2020.
Because if the kids are involved, and you're like, oh, you cannot. Yeah.
2021, dude. It ain't no way we can do this right now. Or I ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying? This. For real. Why we gotta go through all these changes? Why I gotta come? Why you gotta come? Yeah. Why do I gotta be there? For what? What difference do it make?
Because
we can't do it right now. Can I say something and just settle it?
You're
what?
Just gonna post it.
Ask me a question and maybe we can.
You're just gonna FaceTime me anyway.
Here's one. Adulthood is thinking next week will be less busy until you die. That's the truth. That is seriously the truth. Because I thought, like literally right now, I thought, okay, last week I was super busy, like trying to do my sister's birthday stuff. And I thought, okay, this weekend will be chill, and it's not. Like, I had to recuperate from that, and then it was Passover, so, I mean, happy Passover, Chag Jewish peeps. But then you have to figure out your menu to cut out all leavened bread and all of these things, and cook, because you can't just make what you normally make or whatever.
Do y'all get a check for that? Damn.
Yeah, we do. In the Book of Life.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds like another job.
That's a check that can't ever be cashed or bought. But and then I forgot it was Easter because we don't celebrate Easter.
Yeah.
But my niece is here. So then I was like, oh my God, I have to make Easter cookies and do Easter egg hunt for her, you know. So, yeah. And I haven't done that since my sisters were kids. So it got busy again. And then I'm going into next week training somebody new. And why is it always so busy?
That's good. Busy is good.
I need a nap. I'm like a nap on a beach.
Good. Busy is good.
Put sand outside.
Who gonna clean it up?
The wind.
Okay. Yeah, and then that's when the pool cleaner people come and go, we're gonna have to drain your whole pool, and guess what? You gotta work to pay for that. See how adulthood works? Sand was cute when you didn't realize you had to pay for the repercussions.
Put it in a kiddie pool.
Right?
Fill a kiddie pool up with sand.
Sand, there you go.
Right, but do you know how sand tracks? I mean...
Yeah, and with a water hose right there. Every time you get out, spray that sand out right here. Don't get in the pool without spraying yourself out.
This one cracked me up. I think you'll like this one. Like, adulthood is realizing when your parents didn't like your teenage music, they were correct. I thought you could get that. Because you and your son are really into music, but I'm sure he plays stuff you're like,
that music's stupid. And he asked me, what you listening to? Boy, that's UGK. You know what it is. You sing it back. But what are you listening to? I don't even know what they say. You listening to the dude from Fat Albert rap who had the mask over his face, the mumble dude from Fat Albert. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Dressed like him and rap like him.
The only thing I understood.
And snitches.
Everybody's snitching.
Not gonna say his name.
They snitch on themselves.
That's so true.
The only thing I heard that song was he said something about Panda Bear or something.
Oh, Panda. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. But I agree.
And then Rob and Carlos went somewhere, and they came back, and Rob was singing the song something about Florida, but it's Pop Smoke saying foreigner. He want a foreigner, and then Rob said, Carlos listen to some song, and the guy keep talking about Florida.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know that. That's funny. But yeah, I mean, Yeah,
That's what
some
he
stuff I don't. No, I agree. Like,
He was saying.
I like Pop Smoke.
I heard
Rest in
Florida,
peace,
and then I
Pop
heard
Smoke.
Florida.
But really, I don't know much. I like Dior because I know what Dior is.
I think what happened was the cat knew he was rapping in the ocean, in the water,
In Florida.
and he jumped out the water and said, Florida, Florida.
We gotta watch. We need to Google the music video.
He was rapping to a fish.
He's saying foreigner. Foreigner.
He was running on a breath.
Yeah.
So he said, Florida.
One of the worst parts of adulthood is constantly having to buy the most boring shit imaginable. Ain't that the truth? Like we said, toilet paper.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, I just thought toilet paper or period. I don't know.
Yeah. Toilet paper, paper towels, bleach.
The worst thing about adulting is so you can see something that you want, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of frivolous. And you're like, man, you know how much toilet paper I can spend to buy before, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you pass on it. Because
Yeah.
you're thinking about the fucking salt,
Yeah.
pepper, toilet paper.
And then whatever it was is gone.
Yeah.
Or more expensive than what you should have got.
And then if you ever run out of that shit, the necessities, you pissed off because that shit costs so fucking much money.
It's true.
Yeah.
Like today, I ordered groceries,
Yeah.
right? I'm like, good to go. Then I was making these cookies for my niece, and we don't have milk because
Yeah.
we don't use milk here. We're not milk people.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, I don't have any milk. But in order to get them to bring it, because I don't like going out in the
Yeah.
streets, then you got to think of the other things. So I'm like, okay, I gotta get this. There, I spent basically $30 to get some milk.
Get some
here.
milk,
Like,
yeah.
it's just crazy. Ugh.
Guys, oh my bad.
I love being an adult,
I was
though.
gonna say, and if they promote us now, then the girl, I don't know if she talked about this, I don't remember, but the Tushy thing.
Oh, I
mean,
didn't.
I guess you
I
can
didn't.
invest in one of those.
I didn't. But
And-
let me just say.
Okay. I
This is
still
not-
have to wipe personally.
This is, well, I'm not talking about literally the schematics of it, but if you want to advertise Tushy, everybody needs to get one. Look it up, tushy.com. Look it up. We'll change your whole damn life. We'll save you a whole lot of money, and you won't even want to go to the restroom anywhere else.
And
Period.
Cognac here will install it for you for $19.90.
Now, one rule me and Carlos got, man, when you get low on something, let me know. And
Yeah.
every now and then, he just come and he's stealing my toilet paper. And I'm like, dude, what's going on, man? I'm out of toilet paper. Look, bro.
Right? When you're when you're in charge of
Yeah.
that shit, it's like, I just
Yeah.
need that help.
Yeah, just
You
tell
know,
me.
you don't have
yeah.
to buy it. You don't got to go get it.
Hey, because that shit is not cheap. That's a planned purchase, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For real.
And they know.
Yeah,
It's something everybody needs.
Yeah, I have to be strategic when I'm buying these necessities. They
Yeah.
call them necessities for a reason.
Yeah.
They put necessity prices on this shit.
Yeah, especially during a pandemic
Yeah.
where people are home shitting a lot. Like
I'm
they
like-
need toilet paper. Yeah.
I say ever since COVID, I ain't been going to Sam's. Like I go, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I hold my breath and spend the money at Sam's, but you get in bulk. You know what I'm saying? God damn, dude. Just let me know.
Yeah.
You tell me last minute, now you done fucked up my whole plans. My budget just fucked up.
I'm glad you can wipe your ass in the dark. You know what?
So now you got to go outside and use the hose until I get my budget right.
And the water bill ain't working either.
It'll fertilize. Just send him to Uncle Rob's house.
Yeah,
he'll show him how to do it in the plants.
Right.
Don't fertilize those plants.
Now I'm asking questions about how much paper you use. You fucking with mine.
Because I gave you 3 rolls.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Adulthood is taking a preventative Advil. Those are true. Not Advil necessarily, but it's true. We all 3 of us sitting here, I know most of us, we all take vitamins.
Yeah.
And stuff.
yeah,
I mean,
that's
it's but it's still preventative.
Yeah.
Trying to counteract something.
Yeah.
So
I take that shit. I take 2 aspirin a day.
yeah, I I mean, I don't know how many of our listeners
Yeah.
follow my actual page, but I posted a picture and I was like, here's my adult candy store. And it's literally all gummies and vitamins.
Yeah, because I asked you how
The energy works.
how that Molly energy works.
Yeah. It's not Molly, sir. Don't say Molly. You're going to steer people wrong. I like the Ollie brand. Also not an ad, but yeah, I like the gummies. Takes me back. But they taste pretty
No, they're
good.
more than welcome to have.
But do they give you energy?
Yeah.
I'm scared of that energy shit.
But not energy
Yeah.
where I mean, like, you're more of a coffee drinker than
Yeah.
I am.
2
I'll
cups
drink
a
it
day.
every now. Yeah,
No,
I don't.
yeah.
I'm like a coffee every now and then person. But I just take it just so I'm more like alert, I guess.
You know,
But it doesn't. Yeah.
It's crazy, you know, because I'm track everything now. You know, I drink 20 ounces of coffee a day, and I'm like, that's a lot of fucking coffee. On the weekday. Weekend, I just drink 16. But I'm still like, what you gonna do with the 4?
You cut them 2 fours.
Yeah. Well, I drink
two
it.
shots out of coffee.
I got a 16-ounce cup that I use on the weekend at work. We got 10-ounce cups. You know what I'm saying? So I drink 2 of those.
Most of my friends, Cognac doesn't drink coffee. Most of the people I know, like,
But
that's a routine.
That's a reduction for me. I used to drink coffee all day
Yeah.
from dusk to dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And not to change the subject. so
Especially if you like the flavor, though, because you're
Yeah.
someone who actually likes the flavor of coffee.
I love the flavor.
So it's actually bad caffeine-wise, but you're not having lattes and frappuccinos.
Yeah, 'cause
and
I'm
things
not
like
adding
that.
anything
Yeah,
to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But if you like coffee,
Yeah.
the taste of black coffee.
Yeah. I drink it black.
It's hard, yeah,
Yeah.
but
My uncle likes it.
it's
Yeah.
hard, yeah, it's hard to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most people be like, oh, I don't, it's sweet, I can get rid of a sweet, but
Yeah. Coffee, and it's mixed. It's some people say it's bad, some people say it's good.
Yeah,
It was bad for me at one time because I put on weight and I want to lose weight, and I picked up on the habit that I had. So you go in the convenience store to get coffee, and they got all these pastries right there, and I was always getting pastries when I got coffee. So I went cold turkey on the coffee to get off the pastries. But now I'm back on the coffee. Not on the pastries, back on the coffee. I'll just make sure I get the coffee at home or at work, not getting it out the store. So,
you're part of the reason why we have a Keurig here in this house.
yeah, but y'all got that weird coffee. I just
For when I feel like it, and my parents like the sweet stuff, but I do have regular black coffee.
Yeah.
Because of you, because you'd be like, "What, do you have any coffee?" And you're like, "Oh shit, terrible hosts," or whatever.
yeah.
Okay, last funny tweet I'm gonna share, and it's pretty straightforward. Adulthood is a scam. Facts. I love being my age. I'm glad I'm not a kid right now, for sure. But it's a lot of work, adulting.
It is, and I was gonna say that the funny part is about that is my parents worked very hard, and I was always independent kid, so I had a lot of technically, let's quote unquote say freedom as a kid.
Adult situations.
Yes.
Okay.
And I kind of had to self grow up in a way, in a certain crazy environment. We can get that. But long story short, basically, yeah. I guess you just have to have your own destiny when you're in the.
Well, they say
adult.
death and taxes
Yeah,
are
death
the
and
only
taxes.
things that are. What is it? I don't know that quote. Death and taxes, the only
Yeah,
things
that's-
that you know.
I like I said about adulting is I'd rather be doing that at the age that I am than trying to keep up with the fat average trying to rap and trying to keep up with them youngsters, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool with it. I thank God that I made it this far, and I hope I make
Amen.
it further times wherever I'm at right now, right? So,
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm proud of myself as an adult.
Yeah.
But it's not easy.
It's not easy, man.
Yeah.
It's not easy trying to understand the other generations. If they would just come out with a book, you know,
There's no book.
No, if it was a book for them to explain this how you need to be, so you won't have no problems with Mike.
Well, you can also write that. Just make it like a little pamphlet.
Yeah, it'll be good.
A pamphlet. And then everybody reads you. Just hand it to them.
Mm-hmm.
But they change so quick every day. Like what's the nuance and what's acceptable and what's this and that. So
yeah.
Or you don't know. Catch me outside, girl, making millions.
Oh God.
Yeah. So back in the day, when we were young, we're not kids anymore. But man, it's a blessing to sit and think about it.
Yeah.
Right?
I like the throwbacks.
Yeah, it's good. We made it. A lot of people didn't make it this far, so thank God that we made it this far, and we can find joy, in our childhood to share with y'all, because a lot of people in our generation, childhoods were rushed. It's just different, like we've been saying, so. It's a blessing, and that's the end of the episode 10. Glad we made it to 10.
10. Thank you guys.
Now we're back to
it possible.
Yeah, back to our segment. 3,000 questions about me, because we challenged ourselves to 3,000 episodes, and we're gonna end each episode with a question about me, Cognac. Or the girl, right? Yes. And we got this neat book. It's a neat book. Let's get a book, some shots from Piccadilly. It's a Piccadilly book. And she finna randomly grab a question.
Is that what it's called? Piccadilly?
On the back, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I guess they published this book.
Okay. So I just opened it, and I'm going to 433. And it says, what is your favorite season?
My favorite season is pepper. That's a good one.
I was like, wait a minute.
Shatterings. Yeah, nah.
See, there goes my spelling bee brain went, what? My favorite season, I already know. My favorite season is fall. I like fall because it's kind of like, well, at least here in Texas, it's still warm. You'll get a couple of cool days. I don't know anymore because this whole climate change has changed a lot of things. But I always say fall because I like fall fashion. I like to throw on some boots if need be, or shorts the next day. Yeah, so fall for me.
Yeah, my favorite season is pretty much. I love the summer, but
in Houston especially, right?
Yeah, I love the summertime, but
summer's my favorite.
I just can't do the atmosphere with all the allergies and stuff in there, all this pollen and stuff in there. So I like winter because I like the girl. I like sweaters and stuff like that. So I like winter as long as I can accommodate it. I like winter clothes. But I love the summer, but you can't do much in the summertime. I mean the winter. I love the summer because you can do more in the summer. Yeah. Because I'm a beach guy. I'm a dirty water beach guy. It don't have to be clear. I can ride the coastline. And I don't have to get out. I can just ride the Gulf Coast line. Yeah. But I would say the winter because of the clothes that come along with the winter.
Yeah, but you can wear them in the fall. At least here, like you can go back and
you can wear them every day here now because we ain't having a cold front right now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've been trying to get in the pool for the whole month of March, which normally would have been normal, but yeah.
So, I used to be a winter guy until we moved, and I'm like, so now Houston has to be cold in April, really. Normally be in the 80s, 90s right now, but now it's in the 60s or 75, whatever. Yeah. But still,
Cognac, he likes cold.
I like cold, but now
you want to get in the water.
I want to get in the water.
Yeah, right? And we have a heater in the pool, but it's like when you step out, if the wind is crazy, that's still pneumonia on set.
Yeah.
So,
But I'm a winter guy because I got some fly-ass clothes for the winter.
well, I got fly-ass clothes for all seasons.
Well, all season, yeah.
But, yeah.
I look better in my winter clothes.
I look like crap. I was going to say I look like crap in my summer clothes because I'm bleeding through my shirt, sweating.
Wait, all you're wearing is a black tee.
But I still am bleeding through my shirts and people are wondering what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
It's hot. That means the people that are wondering aren't from Houston.
But
They don't know what this humidity is like.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you guys for listening.
Thank you, man. Thank you for 10.
Love you.
Thank you for giving us 10 hours, almost 12, 10 hours, just around 10 hours of
Maybe
your
it was
life.
19 hours.
Could have been 19 hours, man. Yeah.
After 9 more episodes, for sure.
Yeah. Thank you.
Guys. We appreciate it very much. Next week, we're going to have a special guest.
Yep.
All right.
Good
We're
night.
going to tell you who it is.
We're not going to tell you who it is. You gotta keep
Night. Please like and subscribe. It's
And get a tushy.
It's important. Get a tushy, especially if you're coming over here. If your ass is clean, that's the best.
That's the best.
thing.
Before you get in the pool.
It's the best hello and clean ass. All right. Good night, guys.
Good night.
That's it for this week's episode of Cognac, Tequila, and the Girl. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on your favorite podcast app. As always, we'd love to hear your feedback. Follow us on all the social medias. Leave your comments and reviews. Until next week, keep safe and keep your squad close. Thanks for hanging out.